Quebec's provincial watchdog believes the next provincial government will be grappling with a major financial crunch to try to balance the books by the end of next term. A shortfall to the tune of almost $5 billion. And finding that money will be a challenge. That is what came out of the Auditor General's review of the Finance Minister's pre-election report. CBC's National Assembly correspondent Cathy Senet joins us. So Cathy, the Auditor General has warned the political parties to not get too carried away with their campaign promises.
Exactly, and that's what the Auditor General's review of the Finance Minister's pre-election report is for. It's a nonpartisan review of the province's public finances as the parties are about to start campaigning and making election promises. The Auditor General's responsibility is to certify whether the financial picture given by the current Finance Minister reflects reality. And so this prevents a newly elected government from discovering unpleasant financial surprises after taking power. So now, Quebec's Auditor General says Finance Minister Éric Girard's pre-election budgetary estimates are realistic, but to reach a balanced budget by 2029-30, which is an obligation under the law, the future government will have to find close to $5 billion. That means that the next government would have two options: raise revenues, like hiking taxes, or cut spending. And that's a tough sell to voters. So the Auditor General believes that a reduction of expenses may have an impact on public services. But the Finance Minister maintains, he remains confident and maintains that there is already an effort to cut expenses that is underway. So let's listen to them.
It will be demanding to the government to decrease this spending growth, and actually, the government think that he will reduce the funding of certain activities and programs. So this will be demanding for the beneficiaries of these activities and programs.
It's undeniable that to return to balanced budget, the growth of expenses will need to slow. It was 6% per year behind us. In the future, it will be 2 to 3% in order to get back to growth. However, until 2030, we are not forecasting any population growth. That's also an important consideration in the growth rate of expenses.
Curious to know how the other political parties reacted to the Auditor General's report and, of course, the Finance Minister's response.
Well, Quebec Solidaire says the CAQ's track record is to set the table for austerity, as the next government may have to cut in healthcare and education services, as well as abandon public infrastructure projects. Liberals are slamming the CAQ government for spending without limits. The Parti Québécois also accuses Christine Fréchette of following the same playbook of former Premier François Legault. For the PQ, Quebecers should ask themselves these questions.
Do they want 4 more years of the same old government? Do they want 12 years of that kind of management, or should I say of non-management, or not a careful management of our public finances? That's the question. We think it's time to take the credit card away from their hands and give it to a responsible government, and that would be a PQ government.
Well, that remains to be seen. But there is one last thing, Suda. There is uncertainty with the U.S. trade war. And the pre-election report doesn't consider the threat of new 50% tariffs that the Trump administration may impose on Wednesday. And those tariffs may have a major impact on Quebec's economy. And Éric Girard says that he factored in tariffs in his planning, but nothing at this level. But the Auditor General says that it is a big factor of uncertainty, and each political party will have to adjust its electoral financial framework if these tariffs are finally put in place.
All right, lots to think about. Cathy Senet, thank you so much.
My pleasure.